the first album or CD that you ever bought?
First one was "This Is It" by Michael Jackson. It was actually right after his death.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. All right, first of all, what is your primary instrument?
Horn or mellophone.
Okay, and what made you choose that back in middle school?
I was playing trumpet in 6th grade, and then my band teacher said, "Hey, you're good at trumpet, so go play horn because we don't have any horn players." And so that's what I did. And I got stuck on it and never left it.
The rest is history.
That's right.
Did you have a choice B? Like, if you weren't a trumpet?
I wanted to be a saxophone really bad, but I just couldn't play it. So then I picked up a trumpet and I could kind of play it, so I stuck with that.
Nice. All right. How are you on song lyrics? Like,
how am I with song lyrics?
Yeah. Do you remember?
I mean, when I go and take the time to learn them, sure.
Is there a song you know all the words to?
There's a few.
Or is there some that you only know the chorus?
That's more like it. A lot of the music that I listen to only has lyrics on the chorus, so I only know those lyrics.
Perfect. Okay, do you have a memorable moment from middle school?
Memorable moments from middle school? Oh man. I told you I don't have an answer for this one really. There was one time our band went down and competed at the Six Flags Festival, and it was a big deal that we won that because we had been beaten by the other schools for so many years, and we were like the first band to kind of start setting the trend of West Middle winning those competitions. So that was kind of cool. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of right now, band related.
Yeah. Were there any big trends in middle school? Like what was
trends?
What sticks out for you? Like
the bands, the little rubber bands with like the shapes in them. You know what I'm talking about? Those were a huge trend when I was in middle school.
Oh, like silly bands?
Yeah, silly bands. That's what the name of them. What else? Trying to think. Like drawing on your shoes was a big thing for some reason, or it's mostly clothing related that I can remember.
Yeah.
Those are the big two though.
Good times. Those are good times. All right. And what was the last song you downloaded?
Last song I downloaded? I can tell you right now. Give me a second. It's a song called Apollo by Pure 100%. You've probably never heard of it, but I just found it on Spotify and it's great.
Awesome. Thanks for the recommendation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
You've always been the type to keep me in the dark.
Okay, what was the first album that you ever bought?
First album I ever bought? Oh, wow. I think it was Animaniacs, Yakko's World. There's a bunch of songs from the Animaniacs show because I was way into that. First real album I bought was National Symphony doing Planets.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
First rock album I ever bought was Dave Matthews. So.
Nice. All right, what made you choose your instrument way back in middle school?
So we started band in 4th grade, and I started on trombone because I could make a noise on it, and went through the whole year of that, or rather half a year of that, and the lone baritone player quit, and I said, I'm not very good at trombone, I'll try that, and it worked out pretty okay. So.
Wow, the rest is history?
The rest is history. Sometimes you just fall into something. So.
Yeah, well, it was meant to be.
Yep.
What was your choice B?
What's that?
What's your choice B like?
Choice B now probably would have been bassoon. Bassoon, I love tinkering around on bassoon. I love the sound. Choice B way back then was percussion, like everybody.
Yeah. Okay, how are you with song lyrics? Can you remember them very well? Is there a song you know all the lyrics
Not
to?
great, no.
No?
Not at all.
There's a bunch of songs you know just the chorus?
Somewhat. I can give you the tune. I can hum along with them real good, but that's about it.
All right, do you have a memorable moment from middle school?
I try really hard to think of a memorable moment from middle school, and just, man, everything from 7th grade through 8th grade is just file not found. I've done my best to just block that time out. It was just 2 years of cringe and awkwardness. Really just being in band was probably my favorite memories of middle school, and really starting to dig in more into my instrument and figuring out, hey, this is something I'm pretty okay at, and I can keep going with this. That's about it. So nothing like one specific moment.
Yeah, that's understandable. What was the last song you downloaded?
Last song I downloaded, the White Album, Beatles. I didn't own it, so I had to get it.
Nice.
And now, the nations of the world, brought to you by Yakko Warner.
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican.
All right, what was the first album or CD that you ever bought?
Oh man. I think it was a Nelly album. Like, very first Nelly album ever.
All right, what made you choose your instrument way back in middle school? Like,
That's a good question. So I was in orchestra in elementary school, and I called my friend over the summer and I said, hey, I'm signed up for orchestra. What are you taking? And he said, oh, I'm taking drums. And I was like, me too. I'm taking drums too. So I called and switched my schedule over to percussion.
seriously?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God. Well, what was your second choice? Like you.
Second choice would have been violin.
All right. How good are you with song lyrics? Like, can you remember them easily, or?
It kind of depends on the genre. Like if I'm pretty good at remembering rap lyrics in particular.
Really?
So
Wow.
just a talent.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What was a memorable moment from middle school? Do you have anything that stands out? Memory?
I would say probably my 8th grade night for band, just because like I didn't know if I had any intention on continuing band, and then when I went there I was like, yep, like this is what I'm doing, so that kind of changed my whole trajectory. So
8th grade night was a good night for you.
yeah.
Do you remember any trends?
Oh man. No. It's starting to get too bad for me.
That's fair. Okay, and what was the last song you downloaded?
Oh. The Jack Johnson one from this year.
There you go. That's a winner.
Yeah, I was like,
I'll tell you one thing, it's always better when we're together. It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together.
Okay, what was the first album or CD that you ever bought?
So I had, growing up, like, given to me, you know, as a young child in the very early 2000s and 90s. I, of course, had some NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, of course. But I think the first album that, like, I ever sought out on my own and, like, bought with my own allowance was a Green Day album. So.
Nice. All right, what made you choose your instrument back in middle school? Like, what sold you on that?
Sold me on that. I thought it looked neat. Also, like The Legend of Zelda, playing those games. They sometimes had flutes or flute family adjacent, so I thought it'd be interesting, and I stuck with it. So.
Nice. What was your second choice?
Second choice? I don't really know if I had a second choice, honestly. I played guitar at the same time too, but so I don't know, maybe that.
Nice. How good are you with song lyrics? Like, can you remember a lot? Is there a song you know all the words to, or?
Shine, yes, maybe. It helps if it's playing. If it's playing, but like if you ask me to recall stuff right now, probably not. But like if I get the music association with it, then yeah, I think so.
A lot of songs you know just the chorus.
I can't think of one right now. Sorry.
So not that great with lyrics.
Yeah, maybe not that great. Maybe I'm just boasting myself up a little bit.
I think everybody has that issue.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you have a memorable moment from middle school?
So,
stands out?
Yeah, it's not a great one, but I'll share it. My 8th grade class, so like all the 8th graders ever, Miss Krebs always takes them on the elementary tour, and I go and play at all the elementary schools. My 8th grade class was the only one she didn't do that with because we were not great students. So we were the only 8th grade class ever she's not taken on the elementary tour. So there's that.
That is memorable.
Yeah.
Do you remember any trends?
Trends. Specifically 8th grade or like all middle school?
Oh, just middle school.
Just middle school in general. Guitar Hero. Played a lot of Guitar Hero. YouTube was becoming big around then. Soldier Boy. You know, that vein of stuff there. Black Eyed Peas, I guess.
Oh man, what was the last song you downloaded?
Last song I downloaded. Ooh. I stream everything now.
Oh.
Last song I downloaded. Man. I don't know.
So maybe not on that one.
Maybe not. I don't remember, honestly. It would have been a because I buy records, so I collect records. And so a lot of times they'll come with like a digital download, so it would have been one of those probably, but I can't think of one. I'd stream everything. So.
That's fair.
So uptight, you've been thinking about ditching me. No time that's such a world.
Okay, what was the first album that you ever bought?
Ooh, album. You know, I don't know album. I do know that I got a stereo with a 5 CD changer in middle school, and it was a big deal. I got it for Christmas, and I went to the store to buy Boyz II Men. They were sold out, so I settled for En Vogue.
Oh.
So maybe we'll call that. It was my first CD, En Vogue.
Nice. All right, what made you choose your instrument way back in middle school? Like, why clarinet? What happened?
So I had played piano since I was like 5 and wanted to be in band, but I wasn't really sure what I wanted to play. I kind of picked like trumpet or clarinet. I thought I liked the size of those, and my mom found a used clarinet for sale first, and that's what we went with.
Holy smokes,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Which is good because I think it was the right choice.
Yeah.
I think I made a better clarinet player than a trumpet player.
That's weird how that worked out.
Yeah.
So was trumpet your choice B then? Your
Yeah, it
second
would have been. I
choice?
think it would have been my second choice. Yeah.
Nice. All right, how are you with song lyrics? Like, can
Well,
you
I'm
remember them?
amazing with song lyrics, actually.
Really?
And I don't. Yeah, really. Yeah.
Nice.
My memory of song lyrics is kind of ridiculous, and I don't know how I store anything else. Yeah, if I hear it like once, like it's there. And like
Wow.
songs from like the 50s and 60s, like way before I was born too, because that was my mom and dad's, like that's what they listened to in the car when I was a kid. And so we'll have like the 60s on 6 on Sirius XM, and I can sing all the words, and my husband has no idea how. Like, it's just,
That's a gift right there.
song lyrics are my jam.
That's so interesting. Oh my gosh. All right, do you have a memorable moment from middle school?
A memorable moment from middle school. So, like, I have a lot, and a lot of them revolve around band, but I would say we had, like, drum major for 8th grade band, and that was me. And so one of my memorable moments was going away to drum major camp, like, as a 12-year-old, because I was 12, getting ready for 8th grade, and I was, like, very short. And the drum major instructor, because it was like high schoolers and me there, was like he just looked at me immediately like, how old are you? I was like 12, and he was like, oh my gosh. And I was probably like this tall, I don't know. So it was a fun time because we got to go like away, and then you had mentioned like what was a cringy 8th grade moment, and I was just gonna say like those bangs in that photo, like
Oh.
you just look at the photo, like 8th grade bangs, those were cringy. But that's all right.
Were bangs a trend? What,
Oh
do you
yeah.
remember
Oh,
any
I
trend?
had the like roll one set down, roll one
yeah.
set backwards, like tease it in the middle, hairspray it bangs in middle school. And in my 7th grade middle school photo, like school photo, I have those like brick wall bangs. And then my hair is also really big and curly, and you almost can't see the background. Like you almost can't see the background of the school photo. So
Classic.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, and what was the last song that you downloaded, do you think?
Ooh, the last song I downloaded. I don't know if I know that answer. I don't know. I'm sorry. I listen to Sirius XM a lot, and I have that app on my phone now too. So I listen
No
to
need
like
to-
the Blend and 90s on 9, and
That's fair.
I kind of just choose what's good right then.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm a real cool. I got the jump, I got the jab, I got the message. I'm a level, I'm a walk, I'm a wild one. Ooh, yeah, I'm a wild one. I'm gonna keep her shaking, baby, gonna keep her thinking, gonna grab 'em on the style. I'm a real wild child.
All right, what was the first album or CD that you ever purchased?
I purchased with my own money Switchfoot, The Beautiful Letdown. I wore that thing out.
Nice.
Loved it.
Brilliant. All right, what made you choose your instrument in middle school? Like,
So-
why trumpet?
My dad is a college trumpet professor, so we had like trumpets just sitting around our house everywhere. And from a young age, he'd be like, "Here, show me little things," and I just kind of always wanted to do it. It was an opportunity, and it was always there, and made sixth grade band fun and easy.
Nice. So you probably didn't have a choice B. There was no.
No,
fallback?
like Dad told me I could play whatever I wanted. My mom's an oboe player, and he would have
Okay.
got me whatever I wanted. And he's like, you get to choose. But he always, when he would say after you get to choose, he would point to me where the trumpets were sitting. And
Oh.
you could always choose that
Subliminal,
one.
yeah. That's so funny. All right, how are you with song lyrics? Like, do you remember them easily? Is there a song you know all the words, or?
I can do probably every single word to All Star by Smash Mouth, because that was like one of my middle school jams. Like I think about that. Some of those songs from that Switchfoot album, and then some like 80s classic rock every once in a while. Newer songs, not as much.
Yeah, just the chorus.
Just chorus, yeah.
Yeah. All right, do you have a memorable middle school moment? Something that sticks out, or?
Memorable middle school moment. So we had these fun nights that were like, they brought in like carnival games. And I remember being mortified because there was a band fun night and my mom did not tell me that she was working. And then I showed up at this game, and then in front of all my friends, my mom was running the Oreo eating contest, and she was like be giving me like double stuffed ones while she gave all my friends single stuffed ones. Yeah, it was mean, but it was really funny. I probably would have done the same thing.
Oh my gosh.
So I did not get nearly as many in the Oreo eating contest.
Yeah, that was a no-win.
That was a no-win.
But very.
Except for my mom. I think my mom won.
Yeah. Right. All right, and what was the last song that you downloaded, do you think? Or-
Last song that I downloaded. Today, I downloaded an album by Youngblood Brass Band, which is, I don't remember the name of it. It has a red cover. Oh, shoot. But I downloaded it on Apple Music during the car ride over here because one of my tuba playing friends said, "You got to check out this tuba player." That was pretty cool.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay, what was the first album or CD that you ever purchased?
It was T.I.'s Urban Legend, which might not be. It was just T.I.'s album, which is dating me for sure.
All right, what made you choose your instrument way back in middle school? Like, why percussion?
So my dad was a percussionist. He did drumline in high school, and he had a drum set growing up, and just loved like playing rock music. And so, as far as I can ever remember, we've had a drum set in the house. So I used to thrash on that as a little kid, and then just wanted to play it in middle school. And one day the drumline came over, and I was like, "That's really cool," and just stuck with it.
Wow, so there was no plan B probably for you.
No, not really, and just natural born talent. So I knew I'd make it and all this stuff. No, music was really it for me. I played basketball also, but as far as instrument wise,
Always drums.
Nice. All right, how are you with song lyrics? Like, are you good at remembering them, or are there certain songs you know all the words to, or?
Well, once I know the lyrics, I'm really good at it. Like, I'll hear songs and I think I know the lyrics. So, but I mean, I remember them really well. Is that the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd say average. Above average. Above average.
Above average. All right. Okay, do you have a memorable moment from middle school that you would care to share?
Yeah. Oh gosh, this is such a long story. It was Mrs. Krepp's first year as a director at our middle school. It's a good story, so I'll try to talk about it. There was a very tall girl in the percussion group, and Mrs. Kreps was directing, and I was very short in middle school, unlike I am now. She was directing, and this girl decided one day she was just going to play her instrument sitting down, like in a chair, kind of be lazy, whatever. So Mrs. Kreps cut the band off and just looked straight at her, and she was right next to me playing the bass drum. I was on snare. And Mrs. Kreps goes, "Why are you so short?" And like no one understood what was going on, so it was kind of silent. And then I interjected and was like, "I think it's just genetics. Like I can't help it." And so that was a good laugh for the band. I was, class clown moment. But that's what I remember of middle school. And so we still share that story all the time. I'd be surprised if she didn't bring that up in her interview. But that's my memory.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Thank you for sharing that. Do you remember any trends when you were in middle school?
Gosh, no. I think, so stupid, but like slap bracelets, I remember a lot of people had those at one point.
Yeah.
Like all the girls, I just remember being hit with them all the time. And so
yeah.
I know they had them at one point. I don't think necessarily we started that trend, but
Yeah.
that's the trend I remember.
That would stick in your head. Okay, and
Physical
what was the
abuse.
last, yeah, right. What was the last song that you downloaded? Do you remember?
Yes. It's the new Tech Nine just did a rap song with Dwayne The Rock Johnson, and I downloaded it.
Oh.
Yes, that's the last song.
All right.
So,
Thank you.
Awesome.
Spirit of a lion describes my soul. Give it up to Zion, then my fire grows. Wishing of a riot inside my lobe, and my tripping is the highest when I fight my foes. Bip, I'ma hit them with this.
What was the first album or CD that you ever purchased?
Oh wow. Oh my goodness. It was probably there was a big band album of old classics like In the Mood and Sing 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 and whatnot. But it was like the British big band or something like that. I don't know. It was one of these weird like volume 1 of many, and I was getting into jazz at that time and playing in middle school, and so I bought it because I really liked the song Sing Sing Sing, Drummer, all that kind of stuff. So that I bought that. That was probably my first like CD that I bought. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, and what made you choose your instrument back in middle school?
It was crazy. I just remember in 5th grade having to decide it for 6th grade, and I just said drums. Like I didn't know why. Like nobody in my family played. It was just one of those things where I was like, I want to do percussion, and everybody was like, really? And my director even tried to make me do something else, and I was like, no, I really want to do this.
Wow.
And I don't really know why, but I definitely gravitated towards it, and it's, yeah. The rest is history.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. So you didn't have a choice B, really?
Yeah, no, it was literally, I was just like, I need to do this. I don't know why. This is what I wanted.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, how do you do with song lyrics? Like, are you good at remembering them, or?
I would say no. I mean, certain songs that I've listened to 1,000 times, yes, but even then, like, I've listened to some old stuff recently, gone back, and I thought I knew the lyrics, and I don't. So I'm pretty terrible at that. Yeah.
You're like 80%. Of
yeah, and not even that.
20%
Like
of
it's
80
bad.
songs.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, do you have a memorable moment from middle school? Anything that stands out?
Ooh, I feel like all memories from middle school are like cringeworthy, and there's pictures to prove it. But there's so many different ones, like band memories where we traveled to different festivals, like in Springfield, and getting outstanding soloist awards and things like that were really fun during that time. Some sort of cringeworthy ones would be I was part of a rap group in 8th grade. I was part of a rap group. We traveled to different elementary schools, and like I had my own rap and backup dancers, and it was wild. So yeah, There's no video evidence. It's just my statement only. But I was in a rap group in middle school.
Wow.
It was pretty cringeworthy. Yes, I've got a lot of stories just with that group in particular.
Another day.
Yes.
Do you remember any trends like when you were in middle school?
No, I was a nerd, so I was not trendy whatsoever, nor would I probably know any. I don't remember.
Trendy.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, rolling up the sleeves. I remember like you wore 2 shirts and one was a different color underneath, and you would roll it up so that you showed the color, and on like short sleeve shirts. And I remember that, and like socks pushed down, and like tight roll was kind of that era. I learned in 5th grade how to tight roll it. Out on the playground. My friend Russell taught me, and forever then I was wearing tight roll jeans and stuff. So,
Totally classic.
Yeah.
All right, and what was the last song you downloaded, do you think? Anything?
Oh, recently? Oh my goodness. So there's a song called it's by like a comedic band, the Force Family 5 or Family Force 5 or something like that, whatever the title of it. But they've got a song called "Crank It Like a Chainsaw." And it's really funny, and my kids love it. They go crazy for it. It's got a little hip hop beat and some rap in it, and there's this little dance that goes along with it, and they just love it. So I downloaded it, and we play it at the house, and they just go nuts. And so it's a fun song. Crank It Like a Chainsaw.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great, thank you so much.
Awesome.
Watch it learn, get that thing cranking, yeah, slap.